All right, folks, we've entered interuniversal space here. What's up? All right, isn't this cool? Mm. So, there we go. Here we are. Let's see. Excellent.
Without
All
letting the
right, so in our
combination
last
occur
one,
unless one removes a
um, we read the report. We read the report on the report, uh, and that was like 39 pages of reading the report.
labels. The crux of the dispute with Scholl's as well as in the discussions with Boyd, that also endorsed the use of very classical tools such as cohomology modules in mathematical research as of inter-universal Teichmüller theory. For more details. Rather, the manuscript simply states in a passage that may be found in a PDF file of the manuscript by performing a search for the character string restore. That the authors are confident that restoring all the details of the original theory
All right.
would not.
Well, all right. So, what are we doing today? Inter-universal theory. It's now our November. Is IUT key or turkey? Are you key or turkey? All right. Do we have enough redundant copies here? Let's go ahead and take a look at the report. What is it? No, we gotta go to. All right, thank God he's safe. I know exactly where he is, according to him. Yes, the report. All right. Wow. Okay. Now, for the purposes of this conversation, I will not be bringing up the other guy's um, paper because it's useless and gave me such a headache. Oh my god! But why? Why? What in particular is the worst thing about it besides the fact that Stephen Wolfram paid for it or whatever? Well, it's like you can see how the guy has got like he's trying to put he's at a midwit's end and it's like trying to put everything into these boxes and it's like it's brain slop, it's brain damage, like you know. So I think that I would like to say that Mochizuki has suffered four different fools here, and he's documented pretty well. And it's brutal. This is brutal stuff. So he's got Stolz and Sticks, and then he had this guy named uh, Yoshi or Koshi or something like this, and he was sort of like a demented, a little bit demented or a lot demented or something like this. Um, Boyd, JD Boyd. Um, wow. Yeah, so what he wrote was just like it's like the perfect specimen of just bad, just bad. Hmm. Um, entirely unnecessary confusion. Lean style formalization. Um, okay. The Sci research website concerning his views on the present situation surrounding the universal technoiler theory. This article is a highly irresponsible piece of amateur journalism by an individual who lacks professional training in the mathematics relevant to the article and is replete with mathematically false and factually incorrect statements. All right. So obviously, it's really important for me to comment on this essentially not mathematical article, but so crucial to mathematics because of the sort of embedded universe of mathematics being embedded in the same universe as everything else, including this overwhelming omnipresence of idiocy. So, as far as this journalist is concerned, who may be a false journalist, I may be a false journalist, but I'm mathematically accountable. I mean, why wouldn't I be? I would be like something JD Boyd would do. Uh, Black holes with respect to mathematical accountability. Um, you know, I guess in the universe that we are in, the reality physical one, if when you get black holes in it, you can't get rid of them. That's really what the sort of, in my opinion, lesson of I don't want to say string theory per se, but something that was gotten out of the whole line of inquiry on black holes, so forth and so on. But I think that this metaphor, oh, we can get rid of the black holes, or um, stay well out of their orbit somehow. Yeah. I mean, this whole paper, well, and his and Motozuki's other papers, especially the ones that are complaining ones versus the mathematical ones, all of which I've read, by the way. We'll get back to that later, though. It's like the same amount of importance, because it was not maybe expected, certainly wasn't expected by me, but I was aware of it going wrong, say, from the time that I was a teenager till now, observing the world lurch towards like incredible stupidity and groupthink and all of this. But we've got receipts here, so I mean, think about it. Like we've got all these people that are, everybody's got to learn calculus or something like this in high school, apparently, and yet we are in this world where nobody knows how to program. We're all hoping AI, or say, I need to not say we all. I mean, I'm certainly not fucking part of that, but it's like, this is, this is a bizarre thing to watch, but it's recoverable because, it's, you can only be so stupid, I reckon. Misinformation eventually cancels out. You see, I think that um, the stumble and the ramble and the train wreck that I'm on here is that we're clearly in the stupidarity. This is the stupidarity. We're in the stupidarity. The stupidarity has finally arrived. Ugh. So apparently, we want AI to solve the problems. Uh, the whole lean thing is, I'm all for it, whatever, if that proves it. It's, since there's no obstructions or whatever, democratic principles. LLMs linked to lean. LLML. Like it's generating the same, it's generating machine code or whatever. Lean is generating one kind of code, and then one kind of some other kind of code can emulate the CPU. I guess it's bound by that contract to run the code correctly. So you run your lean on a a CPU that wasn't like adversarially designed to, manipulate your lean results. Let's see here. What is the situation? The situation is interuniversal theory. It's now our November. All right. Oh yeah. So here we have what it is that YouTube is trying to. This is why you end up with these just incredibly insightful scientific videos that people have really spent so much time, improving the production quality of. What if the universe speaks a language we haven't even discovered yet? No, it may be that we suppress the language that the universe speaks at us, but shit's real still. Imagine a revolutionary theory that transcends traditional mathematics, offering a completely new way to understand reality. This isn't just about numbers, it's about unlocking the very fabric of existence. Yeah, all right, this is true to some extent, but the you're not gonna like convert a midwit into like enlightened Renaissance man with a good philosophical question hook on YouTube. Prepare to have your mind blown. People's minds are completely obliterated already. Forget everything you thought you knew about mathematics because IUT theory is here to challenge it all. Well, apparently we're not good at forgetting. Could this radical concept be the key to a deeper, more fundamental language of the cosmos? Join us as we explore the implications. Mathematics is the language of the universe, right? But what if there's a new, even more profound dialect emerging? IUT theory proposes exactly that, a paradigm shift in how we interpret the cosmos. This video just isn't just an explanation, it's an invitation to rethink reality itself. Well, I mean, I'm all about refactoring reality. I think I'm in a direct transformation. Yeah. But what if there's a new, even more profound dialect emerging? This is actually close enough, good enough. Yeah, all right. Okay. What if there's an even more profound dialect emerging? Frobinioid dialects. All right. So, all right. So Boyd, Mr. Boyd, James Douglas Boyd, the devil himself. Yeah. Ugh. Skull sticks to James Douglas Boyd. Deep, deep shock. Hang on a second. God. Sorry, folks. Uh, anyway. A phenomenon. The sinister sort of new normal in the culture and governing bodies of certain parts of the world today. Mm. Deep shock. Mm. We got to find out if Motozuki is in deep shock or if he's doing fine because of just a contradiction. Mm. 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 Still using Just Systems homepage builder, I see. All right. Doing well. Well. A state of deep. Oh God.
現在の状況、深いショック状態にあります。私は深いショック状態にあります。私は深いショック状態にあります。 私は深いショック状態にあります。
I am in a state of deep shock.
What the fuck? There we go. Incontrovertible proof. Uh, you see, it's a contradiction that, you know, I'm doing fine. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Doing fine in Kyoto. Mathematics in Kyoto is fine. I'm doing fine. Fine. The whole world is a fire. No one knows how to count shit. Nor how to think. It's like the only case that matters is the corner case, you know. As soon as you come up with anything, you gotta figure out how to fuck it up. So, man. All right. Deep shock, buddy. You're in deep shock. Let's see if Chat GPT. Of a mathematician in deep shock. Mathematician. Uh, oh, yes, the good old days. Well, you know what? Why don't we bring out what do you got? The sketch of a program, hmm? Yeah. There we go. A squeezy. Oh my God. What is this stuff? What is this stuff? On a Balian geometry. Anabelian, Anabelian, Anabelian. How do we say this? Able, is he able to say this?
Anabelian,
Annabellian.
Anabelian,
Hmm. Why do we get two L's, huh? Did I mean this?
Annabelle.
Nope.
トーアーベル幾何学、
Now we're talking.
トーアーベル幾何学、
Far Anabelian geometry, huh? Oh no, on a billion. On a billion, geometry. God, what up?
ヒアーベル幾何学、
Oh God, look at that symbol. That's brutal. What the heck? All right. This is entirely inconceivable. The mist. He really does a good job of categorizing the misunderstandings. It's almost like he's been doing that as a thing, Mochizuki. Um, the mystery, yes, the mystery. Why does everybody suck so much right now? Yeah, it's true. The setup, yeah, the setup. And the false accusation number one is the setup. A log that a lattice doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. All right. November Oscar Bravo Sierra. No obstruction. Page 27. The IUT report, October 2025. The discussion at the late July 2025 Lean workshop in Tokyo of the recent Lean 4 formalization of the SGA1 construction of the profinite fundamental group associated to a Galois category, such as the Galois category of finite tail coverings of a connected scheme, convinced me that, at least at the theoretical level, i.e., modulo the fact that they require a lot of work, there should be no fundamental obstruction whatsoever to the formalization of IUT via Lean 4. Yeah, the only reason to do it is just to punch people in the face with it. I mean, if you write something in C, you know, just because it runs on the computer and a computer program is equivalent to a mathematical proof, we have to write it in Lean because, Terrence Tao is, um, uses Lean to justify his support for Hamas or something, I guess. Yeah, writing code is immune from social and political issues, man. That is really it. It doesn't have the feels all the time, though, that you get from talking to a person who's excited about something, Um, the unnecessary confusion. Um, yeah, yep. Yushiro Hoshi, Shota Sumijara, Sujimura. Mm-hmm. From a practical point of view, in some sense, the main obstacle to lean style formalization of IUT lies in the complete non existence at the time of writing of the present report of professional mathematicians who are equipped with both a thorough, rigorous mathematical understanding of the mathematical content of IUT and a professional expertise in writing lean code. The point of view is the point of view. The point of view is the point of view that led to the exposition of essential logical structure of universal theory, i.e., the and or chain. Reorganizing. Intelligence is the capability to organize information. It's not what's in the dictionary, but it is the better definition. In the sense that we mean it. Bravo, Bravo, X-ray, Foxtrot, Mike. Mike, Tango, Hotel, Foxtrot, Mike. Math formalization versus a black box. Black boxes in the formal black boxes. A useful learning resource for arithmetic geometers. Yeah. Aspect 1, aspect 2, aspect 3. This is kind of funny, but you know, it's weird. Aspect 4, you see, if you don't care about being approved, and the approvers can't care. I mean, what if there's already lean code for IUT that I secretly made? Hmm. What if it was already true? That would require me to know how to do lean, though. Get lean, lean language. Quick start. That's what I need. A quick start so I can professionalize my lean coding. A definition of prime numbers and a proof that there's infinitely many. This doesn't really amuse me very much. Infinitude. Intro, have, obtain, suffices. Intro, have, grind. okay, we find arbitrarily large prime numbers. That's the proof that prime numbers exist. Like, what the fucking proof is proof? I don't get it sometimes. I mean, it does. None of this shit ever has meant anything to me. To be quite honest. This is what it takes to do it. You gotta write it in this. Come on. Mm, okay, let's see here. One is less than n, and what? Or k. One is less than k. K is less than n, or not k or n. Like, really? All right, so we got a comma here. We've got two arrows. Oh, what's this one? Is this the no? Is this exclusive or maybe? Is that what that is? Exclusive or for all? For all. For all. Okay. For all. Apparently A was written upside down from the beginning anyway. What was the first two aspects again? Nah, standard practice, narrow expert circles, technically unfeasible. Technically unfeasible. Artificial intelligence, but the artificial intelligence is retarded. An ideal universal colleague. God damn. If only I had an ideal universal colleague. Wow. a permanent, explicit record of the logical structure that operates completely independently of human beings. Well, indeed, it's always been that way, of course. Yeah, I guess. You know, I don't think computers be running for very long though. If humans are out of the picture, though, who cares? Um, who would know? Yeah. We're supposed to be fighting on the same side. Yeah. Practically frozen. Iced out. IUT is iced out. Oh man. Mm. A rotation system. Mm. 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 Yeah, okay. Uh, obviously. Oh man. Uh, He's in deep shock. All right. Yes, nature has revealed herself to me by experiment. You see, the problem is it's entirely linguistically inconsistent to say one is doing fine when one is in a state of deep shock. This is totally different. These are not compatible. Again, with the screenshots. Doing fine. Doing fine. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Deeply shocking. Hmm. Hmm. I really thought this whole idea of using computers to generate stuff and compute things was like well understood. That was the point, I guess, but I don't know. Playground, reservoir, mathematician.
プログラムのスケッチ。プログラムのスケッチ。
Sketch program.
スケッチプログラム。スケッチプログラム。スケッチプログラム。
Deep shock. We're in deep shock here. All right. Mm. Mm. Wow. Theory. For more details. Rather, the manuscript simply states. In September 2025, on his sci-fi replica, discussing recent progress towards the things were different. Come on. It's like, come on. The fundamental important
All right.
professional training
We'll be
versus
right back. I
chat
just
GPT
bathroom and
type
downstairs. Anyway, so
hallucinations. Typically, journalists report on mathematics have no or little professional training in the mathematics that they're reporting on. Little, have never have any as a rule. It wouldn't be journalists. In the case of CTV, or more generally, Sci Research, which, as I understand, is an organization that consists of a single member. Hey, Boyd. According to the information that I was given, holds a master's degree in a discipline whose precise relationship to the field of pure mathematics is not clear. He does not hold a doctoral degree nor publish any research papers in an internationally recognized mathematical journal in any field of mathematics closely related to arithmetic geometry, much less IUT. In the case of the preprints discussed earlier, the author is a professional mathematician in a field of arithmetic geometry that's not directly relevant to the preprints, but has not published any research papers in an internationally recognized mathematical journal in either of the two fields that are directly relevant to the subject matter discussed in the preprints, namely p-adic Hodge theory and IUT-related Abelian geometry. Hence cannot be considered a professional mathematician in either of these fields. I got owls out here. I got owls out here. In all of these cases, the fundamental lack of a mathematical accountability apparatus underlying the writing of the articles preprints involved means that their content becomes nothing more than an exercise in storytelling or arbitrary text generation in the style of so called hallucinations generated by LLMs such as ChatGPT. The discussion of in this context, I am reminded of the phrase linguistic trickery that was applied by one mathematician to describe the term arithmetic holomorphic structure in the preprints discussed in Report 24, as well as discussion of the ideas of H.D. Frankfurt in FSK. Concerning the difference between a person who simply lies while being explicitly aware of the discrepancy between what he says and the reality of the situation, and a person who's locked in a behavioral pattern of mass generation of content that is completely divorced from reality, but who has little or no explicit awareness of the discrepancy between the content generated and the reality of the situation. I am also reminded, as a result of my experiences as an editor of a mathematical journal, of the numerous manuscripts submitted to journals by amateur mathematicians that claim to prove famous conjectures in a few pages using elementary techniques. In the context of ChatGPT type hallucinations, it is interesting to note that it appears that currently research is underway to link LLMs such as ChatGPT to lean. So that interaction and text generation by the LLM can be supported by rigorous mathematical verification via lean. It's an entire fucking circle jerk here, buddy. I see, yes. I heard about this research in talks by Chinese researchers during a lean workshop in Tokyo in July 2025. And as I understand, this sort of technology is still in a rather initial stage of development. May it forever be. On the other hand, this sort of technological development is exciting and is potentially not in the immediate future, but perhaps not a not so distant future. Well, fuck, I mean, shit, it could be in the past, as far as I'm concerned. Opens up the possibility of preparing expository reports by LLMs on mathematics formalized in lean that are not plagued by the inaccuracies of journalists who do not have a rigorous understanding of the mathematics involved. It also opens up the possibility that in the future LLMs linked to lean can be used by professional mathematicians to generate reports such as the present report or Report 24 to address problematic documents such as CTV or the preprints discussed in Report 24. This free mathematicians such as myself from the burden of perhaps dramatically reducing the dramatic reductions of burdens of preparing manuscripts such as the present report or Report 24. God damn it, this is the best one yet, Sinjuki Majuki. We refer to the below for a more detailed discussion of lean-related aspects of IUT. Disregard for fundamental democratic principles. Democracy is a government system for the people, by the people, of the people. And the people are retarded. As discussed in CTV/1LT/8, the release of the article CTV follows the release of another article CNV that surveys the ideas, as well as the history and development of the ideas underlying IUT. It has been noted that I consider to participate in this series of interviews discussions with led to CNV precisely on the basis of Boyd's received assurances that sci-fi research represented a fundamentally new kind of scientific journalism, one that would indeed take a responsible stance with regard to mathematical accountability for the mathematical content of the articles. No. That's what you know what if you're watching, if you're hearing this, you're looking at, you're seeing what the new you're talking about mathematical accountability. I don't know about journalism, whatever this is. Um, we'll have a log. Typically, journalists prioritize political or profit-related motives over accountability for mathematical accuracy, often as a result of a business model that derives profit in the form of internet clicks, precisely from sowing the seeds of controversy by using factually inaccurate content to generate entirely unnecessary confusion. The discussion of the internet and the mass media is an apple of discord, and the highly irresponsible, mathematically inaccurate content of CTV thus amounts to an egregious breach of trust, i.e., an outright betrayal relative to the repeated assurances that I received from Boyd in the period of time between the fall of 2023 and 2024, leading up to the interviews of C&V. This content also explicitly contradicts Boyd's assertion in CTV of the purely mathematical nature of his intentions in writing CTV. Yeah, he waited to fucking fuck you until he was gone. The views espoused by Boyd in CTV, most particularly concerning the content of the Scroll-Sticks manuscript, are in direct contradiction to the views that he had expressed on multiple occasions during our interviews. Indeed. The discussion of CDV and ARBA, namely to the effect that it was obvious even to the amateur observer that the main assertions of the manuscript were absurd and meaningless. We also discussed the mathematical content of the Scroll-Sticks manuscript and related mathematical topics, such as redundant copies, in some detail. So there was ample opportunity for him to discuss the issues that arises in CTV. Charlie Tango Victor. But he never did so. That is to say, it is entirely inconceivable that the person that I thought I knew by the name of James Douglas Boyd and interacted with both electronically and in person between the fall of 2023 and the fall of 2025. That's fucking 730 days. Could have written an article such as Charlie Tango Victor. Put it another way, the very existence of this article, Charlie Tango Victor, implies that the person that I thought I knew by the name of James Douglas Boyd and interacted with both electronically and in person between the fall of 2023 and the fall of 2025 was nothing more than a cynical work of fiction. I see. Could it be Wolfram? Stephen Wolfram? Could he be the puppet master of this weaponized idiot? It's compromised money. Yeah, or its stupidity doesn't try that fucking hard. Why? It doesn't know to do that. It's got to get paid to do that. It's Wolfram. It's Wolfram, man. It's got Wolfram. It is difficult for me to recall any time in my career as a mathematician when I experienced a comparable level of overt fraud, duplicity, charlatanism in a professional situation. It has left me in a state of deep shock. Typically, interaction between professional mathematicians is conducted in a candid, forthright fashion, at least with regards to substantive mathematical issues. If Boyd feels strongly about the sort of issues that he raises with regard to India Uniform Tango and Charlie Tango Victor, there is absolutely no reason why he could not have resolved them smoothly and essentially painlessly in one-to-one mathematical discussions between the two of us. This is typically the way in which mathematical issues are resolved between professional mathematicians, and indeed the way in which numerous mathematical inaccuracies in preliminary versions of Charlie November Victor were resolved between Boyd and myself during the period between the fall of 2024 and the summer of 2025. In this context, it is important to recall that the Scholastic manuscript has not been published in any internationally recognized mathematical journal with a functional peer review system. The manuscript does not contain any proof or indeed any precise statement of the main assertion of the manuscript, namely, there's some sort of logical relationship between the simplified version of India Uniform Tango exposed in the manuscript and the original theory of interuniversal sigmoidally part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and essential logical structure of interuniversal sigmoidal theory. For more details. Rather, the manuscript simply states in a passage that may be found in a PDF file of the manuscript by performing a search for the character string restore. That the authors are confident that restoring all the details of the original theory would not affect the validity of the conclusions asserted in the manuscript. As discussed in RPT 23, Scholasticks have refused to respond to numerous offers on my part by email to engage in further discussions via email /Zoom or in person concerning the content of their manuscript. As a result, missed. It remains a complete mystery.
All right. Let's see here. The numbers are bad. They're bad. No, we're live. Oh, we even got a like. I didn't even like it. uh, uh, all right. Mm. There's a viewer. Oh, my viewer, Dolph. Viewer. Viewer detected. All right. Oh, my viewer, Dolph. Viewer. Viewer detected. All right. All right. The heck is this? It's nothing. There's nothing there. Oh. Substantive mathematical issues. And cynical works of fiction. Electronic interaction. Wow. Mm. These misunderstandings stem essentially from Boyd's short sighted hit and run journalistic storytelling approach to discussing mathematics, an approach that is entirely divorced from any sort of functional apparatus for ensuring long term mathematical accountability. Well, Mr. Boyd can be hunted down. I mean, contacted, so to speak. Why would you want to do that, though? um, yeah. Stoll's Sticks algorithm 2. Is that what that one is? SSA? No. No, it's assertions. Assertions. The Stoll's Sticks assertion 1 and 2. You know, I want to make a comicalization, not a formalization. The log theta lattice. LTL? What the LTL? Get the LTL. In the Hodge theaters. But we need like emoticons. Maybe it'll be like an emoticons. We need standardization, obviously. We need lots of standardization. And standardization meetings and new versions and semantic versioning and um SysML, lean for SysML, systems markup language or whatever. SysML2. That SysML4, Industry 4. 311, that's today, right? Provocative, sensationalist, exoticist, apocalyptic. Mundane mathematical reality. Same math. Section conjecture is the new hotness, baby. We got to get that interface up on that section conjecture, baby. Mm. Mm. Image and kernel. Ooh. Sticks. The existence of an algorithm to decide whether a curve of a genus bigger than one has a rational point. Wow. Sticks is on the conjecture from from his other angle or whatever. Oh man. Stixified. Actually, the Sticks guy, he he dropped a what do you call it? A reference. Oh, this is from 26th of October 2009. So ancient stuff. Who could care about math that old? Huh? Yeah, see, Sticks is on that section conjecture.
Jacob Sticks. I ought to email that guy. Sticks. All right, we got two citations for Mochizuki here. No, three of them. Damn. Charlie Hotel Whiskey. Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right. Mm. Mm. Fascinating. The flexible use of base points. Even with moving base points. Hmm. Motif. Well, mm, sticks it back again. Mm. Anyway,
Lean. What is up with the hard drive going? Somebody is hacking me. Yeah, it's interesting. E equals c squared versus e equals mc squared. The square. E equals c squared is the square root of mc squared. A plus b squared equals c squared. That's interesting. The math is more wrong here, I guess. Uh, there we go. The frozen IUT. I just uh, oh, all the numbers and the letters. Boy. What is this? No. Mm-mm. Mm. There you go. IUT November 3 shock report. There you go. We did it. We created the artifact. Frozen theory. We froze the theory out. We discovered the inconsistency. One cannot be fine and in a state of deep shock. Hmm. Dial Fontaine, Dial Fontaine, Dial Fontaine. Mm. The gap, the gap, the gap. I mean, you can construct other things like to prove your things that are not as gappy. You can do it optically. You just have a bunch of masks. You can compute that. Gotta reconstruct computation anyways. Blind declarations of faith. Skull sticks top mathematicians. Divine right of kings. You talking about that royal road to mathematics? An ideal universal colleague. Mm, they're all learning about Annabellian geometry. Oh man. Zushi City. Wholeness, nature, virtue. Cultivation. Yeah, those damn entrance exams. Fucking African countries don't know how to plant. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Chat GPT again. Mm, okay. Social engagement. That's what I'm all about. Hmm. Project. The project. How do you get to the project? Hmm. Yeah, all right. Well, okay, obviously nobody's gonna get any money because, we failed or he failed to make a error. Inter-Universal Geometry Center was renamed to Zen Mathematics Center. It's better. It's better. It's fine. Inter-Universal is a fucking long word. Zen is like Zen. Mm. In Boston, in Silicon Valley. Mm. The hell is this shit? Yes, I want to be nurtured so I can lead the next generation in Cambodia. Oh, Kabusia Tower.
Can I get a reservation? Oh no. Uh, do I agree with the privacy policy? Oh man. Well, we did it.